This conference will now be recorded.
Um, Good morning, everyone. My name is Jody Zekrevsky, and I am the Chief Executive Officer of the County of Otsego Industrial Development Agency in connection with the project which is the subject of this supplemental public hearing. Today, I'm holding this supplemental public hearing to allow citizens to make a statement for the record related to the involvement of the agency with the project for the benefit of Skyline Hospitality LLC, a New York State limited liability company. The proposed project consists of the following. A1, the acquisition of an interest in approximately 6.1503 acres of land located at 4882 State Highway 28, tax map number 146.00-1-26.04 in the town of Hartwick, Otsego County, New York. 2, the construction on the land of a new building to contain approximately 60,000 square feet of space, and 3, the acquisition and installation of certain machinery and equipment therein and thereon, collectively called the equipment. The land, the facility, and the equipment herein referred to as the project facility. All of the foregoing to be owned and operated by the company as a hotel facility and other directly and indirectly related activities. B, the granting of certain financial assistance within the meaning of Section 854-14 of the Act with respect to the foregoing, including the potential exemptions from certain sales and use tax, real property tax, and real estate transfer taxes, and mortgage recording fees. And C, the lease with the obligation to purchase or sale of the project facility to the company of such other persons as may be designated by the company and agreed upon by the agency. This project was subject to a public hearing held by the agency on May 13th, 2020, the prior public hearing. I intend to provide general information on the agency's general authority and public purpose to provide the assistance to this proposed project. I will then open the comment period to receive any comments for all persons who wish to comment on either the proposed project or the financial assistance contemplated by the agency with respect to the proposed project. The legal authorization and powers of the agency. The provisions of Chapter 1030 of the laws of 1969 of New York, constituting Title I of Article 18A of the General Municipal Law, Chapter 24 of the Consolidated Laws of New York as amended, and Chapter 252 of the 1973 laws of the State of New York as amended, codified as Section 910-A of said general municipal law, authorize the agency to promote, develop, encourage, and assist in the acquiring, construction, reconstruction, improving, maintaining, and equipping and furnishings of manufacturing, warehouse, research, commercial, and industrial facilities, among others. The purpose of this supplemental hearing. Pursuant to Section 859-A2 of the General Municipal Law of the State of New York, prior to the agency providing any financial assistance as defined in the Act more than $100,000 for any one project, the agency, among other things, must hold a public hearing pursuant to Section 859-A of the Act with respect to the said project. Since the proposed financial assistance to be provided by the agency with respect to the proposed project may exceed $100,000, then prior to providing any financial assistance as defined by the Act of more than $100,000 to the proposed project, the agency must hold a public hearing on the nature and location of the proposed project facility and the proposed financial assistance to be provided by the agency with respect to the proposed project. Subsequent to the prior public hearing, the agency received an amendment to the initial application. The initial application as amended is here referred to as the application, provided for certain amendments to the initial application, which amendments revise the project costs and amounts of financial assistance, resulting in the need for the agency pursuant to Section 859-A of the Act to hold this supplemental public hearing. Pursuant to the application, the staff of the agency caused notice of said public hearing to be mailed on April 4th, 2023 to the Chief Executive Officer of Otsego County, the town of Hartwick, and the Cooperstown Central School District, and B, published on April 6th in the Daily Star, a newspaper of general circulation available to residents of the town of Hartwick, Otsego County, New York. In addition, the Chief Executive Officer of the agency caused notice of this public hearing to be posted on April 4th on the agency's website and on April 4th, 2023 on the public bulletin board located at the town of Hartwick Town Hall, located at 103 Town Drive in the town of Hartwick, Otsego County, New York. Copies of the notice of this supplemental hearing are available on the table. Now, unless there is any objection, I'm going to suggest waiving the full reading of the notice of the supplemental public hearing and instead request that the full text of the notice of supplemental public hearing be inserted into the record of the supplemental hearing. The comments received today at this supplemental hearing will be presented to the members of the agency at or prior to the meeting, which the members of the agency will consider whether to approve the undertaking of the proposed project and the granting by the agency of any financial assistance in excess of $100,000 with respect to the proposed project. Written comments. The notice of the supplemental public hearing indicated that written comments could be addressed to Jody Zakrewski, Chief Executive Officer of the agency. No written comments to date have been received. Is there a representative of the company here?
Yeah, Niran Patel.
Oh, okay. Would you like to describe your project in any further detail?
Yeah, sure. We planning to start construction in the next 2 to 3 months, and it will be a Hampton Inn hotel, and it will be in Cooperstown, Route 28, 4882, and we will be done as per general contractor next year, and we hoping to start opening the hotel sometime in September to December, depend on the construction next year.
Okay, thank you. I will now open the supplemental public hearing to the floor for comments. It is now 10:37 a.m. and by way of operating rules, this is kind of funny, I'm supposed to say this, but if you wish to make a public comment, please raise your hand and I will call upon you. Please state your name and address for the record. So with that, I'll open it up for any public comment.
I don't have a public comment. My name is Sarah Spross.
Oh, you sit here.
Yep. My name is Sarah Spross. I am the superintendent at Cooperstown Central School District. Address is 39 Linden Avenue, Cooperstown, New York, 13326. And while I don't have a comment, I do have a question. In the documents, it is not clear whether or not there is a portion of the request. Will there be a pilot agreement being proposed? And if yes, could you please send that proposal to my office? Thank you.
Okay, yeah. While we're not required to answer questions.
I know.
There is a proposed pilot.
Okay.
However, unlike a manufacturing project, a hotel is considered a retail project.
Right.
So the pilot would be based on the same that under this section of the tax law 485B,
Okay.
which is a 10-year pilot starting at 50% and then going up by 10 years to 100%. So it's no really different than they could get anyway if they went to the town and applied for 45B.
Great.
The other big benefit that they're looking at is sales tax exemption and mortgage recording tax.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate the answer, even though you're not required to.
Well, it seems funny to come to a meeting and I'm not going to talk to anybody. Is there anyone else on the line that would like to make any comments? We'll stay on for another minute or two in case somebody joins in late, and then we'll close the public hearing. Actually, probably another 5 minutes. I think we're supposed to keep it on for at least 15 minutes. cheat sheet actually says. We are not here to answer questions. You want to make a comment? Gotten 20 emails since this morning. My day is bureaucratic. Amazed they leave this building open for us. So it would appear that nobody else has joined. So if there's no further comments, I will now close this supplemental public hearing at 10:45 a.m. And thanks for everybody who attended.